Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome today, and in as part of this audio podcast series as part of the Chromulin series, this audio podcast as part of the Spectro integer, and this audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics production. Today, looking at hematuria as part of differential diagnosis, as part of a differential diagnosis, and looking at hematuria as part of a clinical correlation publication from in around 2015. So, one investigation had summarized retrospective insights on an epidemiology of the underlying investigation and differential diagnosis for hematuria, and suggested that an urinalysis and imaging techniques techniques together are needed to evaluate the extent of hematuria in suspect or high risk recipients. Other works has provided a detailed insight into what diagnostic tests or investigations are required, and these range from basic urinalysis to more sophisticated nephrological and urological investigations. However, some of the following can help in as part of a in regarding differential diagnosis. So initially urinary investigation using a validated reagent kits and reagent sort of test strips as part of a preliminary urinary dipstick investigation. Secondly, us looking at secondly sort of a more sort of more sort of specific to the more specific to the laboratory environment, is looking at cell morphology through microscopy, and then additionally, thirdly, looking at ascertaining cell culture results, where cell culture within microscopy, within microbiological through microbiological investigations that can help determine that a recipient or recipients or those and where suspect or high risk hematuria may be maybe and where the investigations can actually help determine the types of cultured cells that have grown in particular cultured microbiological cell plates. And then fourthly, retrieving cytology investigations and cytology context. And then fifthly, looking at and investigating voided biomarkers, investigating sort of voided biomarkers in as part of determining differential diagnosis. That draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast, as part of the Chromulin series. This audio podcast is part of a Spectro integer, and this audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics production.